The Iroquois Indian Confederacy centuries ago said in all of our deliberations, let us be mindful of the impact of our choices and our actions on the seventh generation.
The first problem we face is carbon dioxide, because of the fact that it's pretty obvious that climate change is underway. Second is the source of energy itself. The sun is our only renewable resource. Fossil fuels are not renewable. Uranium is not renewable.
We know that about 1/6 of humanity does not have access to a reliable, safe, clean water supply. In another 8 to 10 years, that number could grow to 1/3 of all humanity.
Recent estimates suggest that current world population is approaching 7 billion people. We have the likelihood of growing to 10 billion or more in the next 30 to 40 years.
The fact that we're living on a finite Earth is really fundamental. We start to realize that our capacity to use up resources is greater than the Earth's capacity to replenish them.
One of my favorite tools is the ecological footprint. It would take 5 Earths if everybody lived like us. So that kind of gives you the magnitude of what we're talking about changing here.
We have to think about the whole planet, about bringing other parts of the world that don't have the opportunities that we have, but how we can make that available to other people as well and do it all in a sustainable way.
This is an absolutely urgent issue. It really is something that we all need to do in order to ensure that human rights are protected around the globe.
Because we're intelligent beings on this planet, it is a good assumption that we will learn how to make our use of the planetary resources sustainable.
We can do this. There's absolutely no question that we can do it. So I am optimistic about this. But the longer we wait, the harder it gets.
We have a tremendous opportunity to provide leadership in the area of sustainability. And I don't think there's a university that's doing as much in this area as we are at Penn State.
Penn State's a $4 billion enterprise, and if we were a corporate entity, we'd be somewhere in the middle of the Fortune 1000.
With the breadth of our research and academic programs, and with the expanse of our alumni base, I think we carry a responsibility to take on the sustainability challenge head on.
We have an extraordinary group of faculty, students, and staff that are working on different dimensions of sustainability.
We have more people working on energy-related research than probably any other school in the country. In fact, I think we're probably America's #1 energy university at this point.
To be #1 in the world, we need to be more energy efficient. Not only we use a lot of energy, but we are most efficient.
When students have the chance to see a sustainability principle put into practice and really make a difference, it really tends to hit home.
Sustainability ties together education at the undergraduate and graduate level, but even ties together our physical plant into research and education.
First LEED baseball park in the country, and it's very, very wonderful.
Green roofs are a great addition to any building, especially in cities where stormwater is a huge issue.
I think we do have the ability to influence what's going on in the marketplace because of the sheer volume of what we're purchasing.
Electricity being out here.
EcoRep is a program where we're trying to make the students more aware of eco-friendly choices and decisions.
We're working with students to have conversations with other students about environmental issues, but really trying to get them to think about behaviors.
And, help out spread the word about what's going on and how to reduce TV, video games, and laptop use. So, that's about it.
This is the great social cause of their generation. They see it that way. They're committed in the way earlier generations were committed on the Vietnam War or civil rights. And I think that those are the people who will be leading the way when it comes to questions of sustainability.
They see the world differently and they're connected to the world differently. They travel a lot more. And so I think they are concerned about it.
I think we have a role, we certainly have a responsibility because of our teaching, research, and service mission.
We're having a significant positive impact socially, but we're also having a significant positive impact on our bottom line.
Really, it's a condition that you need to maintain, and the equation for that balance changes every day as population increases, as new technologies are introduced.
Sustainability is an issue of science. It's an issue of education, it's an issue of research, but it is also an issue of social responsibility.
The issues of sustainability or education for sustainability does not belong to a separate department. It belongs to everything any one of us does.
Future generations, like my children and my grandchildren, will pay the consequences for the electricity I'm using. So reducing that and taking any small change makes a big difference for the future.
I have no doubt that we're going to have breakthroughs and really have impact in this field, from carbon capture to solar energy to fuels, on through to energy-efficient buildings. These are the areas where I think our land-grant legacy really comes to the fore in the 21st century.
We need to make sure that generations to come still have resources to work with. Why don't we all try and work towards this one goal?